Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cardinals offense they are piloted by their...
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see him ever they're nearing the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Have a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring CD and going up against Kyler Murray here. What's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage benders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to...
A lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A week ago, they dominated 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit...
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near. And you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get about 3 as you. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8.
A pretty decent gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he is going to have full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Now a handoff running through the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty much unreal.
Guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he'll go down here at the 35. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's heating up at the
3rd and 3. That just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it through the end. To go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times before being corralled. They can get 10 here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 17.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the
Defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. For the Seahawks, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurry.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Offensive player of the week. You got to think all the guys that take the field each and every week. That's not.
This separates you at least for a week amongst your peers, and for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of.
So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something? And this is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
League have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this day night college game and decided to implement it myself.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right.
No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray goes right back to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Murray. Flushed out right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Oxygen tank ready.
The line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. That'll go for a second down. On the draw, Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Connor. Dances by him. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is Prater to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touch. Mar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Down the sideline he goes. He's to the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just good. They are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
They've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy, they'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard ball. He's going to have a 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 100 on 1,200 yards for the season. 2nd down and 4. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the. They'll try to run this one in, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again.
Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Now a quick incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray a give. This is Connor. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, able to avoid him. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19. Look at the back heading onto the field again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on
the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes.
Pickup of 8. Now they'll run on the draw. He'll take this to the 46.
Gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe.
And now off to the races down the right side. Seattle. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here this first half.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra off team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the
dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, first half of play.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride, and he'll go out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Now Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Murray now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here.
thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach.
For them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
204 game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the
now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And down he goes. It was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understand the game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll get him down as he's in to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll look to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be tapped from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7.
51 the mic, boys, 51.
Back to throw again. Finding Ertz again. Back-to-back receptions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase high in the air to bring it in. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement. And I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball.
Unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
We don't want none. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Well, on first down, they'll run it on the draw play. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before there. Back to throw now on first down. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going up by 40. Well, here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. Time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard next, driving at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for as clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practice ball now to make it more slippery and hard to handle, it's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drop?
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jamar Chase with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm. I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw up. Trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, so much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Quick slant to Brown. Yeah, they get him down, but not.
Sure.
He's coming. Check him.
First down, Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. He's to the 15. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 47 yards.
Tight end left.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
For them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right.
You didn't knock the ball free. Your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Gets past one man. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The big has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Runners taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you
are down in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
he thing, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to hear that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one in.
Part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they...
Murray fighting, lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Touchdown! Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game, it was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here, and you go in this game, safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the turnovers, you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. I was already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Murray with a nice move. And he's taken down inside the 30. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Murray now to throw. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him,
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good, comfortable. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. And keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
On its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum. Future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was a big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end. Ready to set up shop. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Hollywood Brown, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But
in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards at this point. But he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what get there. And boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. Fighting through. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker.
Of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special.
The football going back over to this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throwing quickly to Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeout. We'll be back after this. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw is Murray. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, partner, I got doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the score from the get-go. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's a dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But then
we'll see what they do here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray, one final try. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Seahawks, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.